a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to tenures for our staff.
Okay, this is an exciting day. We have 3 teachers to bring before you today that have met the requirements to receive tenure with Clinton City Schools. And so just as a reminder, it is a fairly rigorous accomplishment. You have to be with our district for 5 consecutive years, and then you have to receive a level of effectiveness of 4 or 5 for 2 of the last consecutive years. And so we have 3 people to bring to you today. It just so happens that all 3 of these people are from Clinton Elementary. That just is the way the ball bounced this time. So I'm going to call each one of you up at one time, and then I would like for you to come up and receive your plaque, and we will recognize you. And then Lori Collins, if I can get you to snap a picture, put you on the spot, and snap a picture with the school board. And so if all 4 board members could come up front, and that way we can all be in the picture with our recipients. I know Merle Price is excited about that.
Monica, do what you did. Go away.
That means you can never leave. This is your ticket inside, but you can never exit the door, so you just remember that. But Amanda McCamus, come on up. So my fun story about Amanda McCamus is that I tell y'all that I can spot a good teacher from the minute, like I can spend 30 seconds with them, and you were a parent at the time. I don't even know if you remember this, but it was at like Medieval Madness, I think. And she was just there like volunteering as a parent. And I found out she was a certified teacher. And Jenna, I don't know if you remember, I was like, why is she not working for us? Why is she not with us? And it wasn't long before a kindergarten interim position became open, and Jenna grabbed her, and she's been with us ever since. But she is the kindergarten whisperer. She's kindergarten at Clinton Elementary School, and her passion for children is just amazing. She fights hard for them and loves all of them. So we are very, very proud of you, Amanda, for receiving tenure. We'll let you come stand in the middle. Are we centered? No. Oh, no, scoot down. Okay. Y'all know my OCD. Is that better? Better. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, Amanda, stay right here because we're going to picture all the tenure people. You can hang out with Scott Ray. I'll try to make it last
We'll
long.
discuss the financials while you're waiting.
All right, Mackenzie Earl, come on up. So Mackenzie's our hometown girl who went away for a little while and came back home. And the minute she came back home, we grabbed her up, and she's been with us in 4th grade. But her family is near and dear to my personal heart because they were good friends with my mama and daddy. But just having her back and just her love and calm demeanor, and she has fought through some trials and tribulations over the past few years, and she is an inspiration to all of us. So this is a huge accomplishment for you. We'll let you go stand up. Congratulations. And then you can hang out with Scott Ray also. All right, Christian Webb, come on up. So Kristen, she had left teaching for a little while, and we grabbed her for an interim position at Clinton Elementary School in 3rd grade? Yeah. Where you did a semester or 9 weeks, and then we grabbed her, and she is 5th grade math and science. And she is also our Blaze girls basketball coach. And there are 2 very different Kristens. There's the Kristen that is loving in the classroom, that loves children, and then there is the Kristen on the basketball court. And the Kristen on the basketball court is great. She's taught me a few things about basketball, and she still has the coaching squat and can still young enough to get back up. So, Kristen, we are so proud of you. Congratulations. All right, Owen, you want to come out and get your picture made, Mama? Get your picture made. There you go. Yeah. Abby's over there hogging too. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Good job. Perfect, very good. Okay, Lori, now if you can get one of the 4 or 3 right up here, just by themselves. And that will be the one we can submit to the paper. All right. Center them up now.
It's like height order.
1, 2, 3. Hey, Dr. Ball, can I get you for that? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Congratulations. And as riveting as the next 20, 25 minutes will be, we assume that you have things that you would like to do on your own. So you are welcome to stay or you are welcome to go, whatever your heart desires. But congratulations to each of you.
We need to approve them.
Oh, and now we're going to officially make you tenured by approving you.
All right, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the staff that was presented for tenure.
Motion to approve?
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion, questions, or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Welcome to tenure.
You're
Thank you for being a part of Clinton
official.
City Schools. All right, moving on to our consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion to approve our consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to our financial report with Mr. Ray.
Everybody should have the March financial statements in their packets. I'll just point out a few highlights very quickly. Current property taxes are coming in as we expected. Generally, at this time of year, we're close to 100% collected, just to the nature of when property taxes are due. Local option sales tax, if you look at local option sales tax, we're 50% collected, but remember, at the end of the year, I accrue 3 months. So we've got April, May, and June left, plus 3 more months. So that's 6 more months. That's half a year, so we're right in line where we need to be for the budget. Our TISA funding is in line. We did get that, Kelly, what was we did so well, we got some more money in TISA funding.
It was our outcomes funding.
Outcomes funding, so we got a little bit more than what we budgeted.
We got about 100,000.
So we're strong there, and of course, that was a pretty, I would say, significant increase over the BEP last year, this new funding formula. So our revenues are really good. Our expenditures are in line with where we have budgeted this year. Federal projects, the most exciting thing for me is we are about 30 days out in collection, so we're getting our money real quick from the federal government. And that's because we're starting to do 2 drawdowns a month instead of just 1 at the end of the month. I'm a firm believer in getting our money quicker rather than later. School nutrition, we are where I expect to be at the end of the year. I would expect us to have a net surplus, which would be about the amount of our commodities, which should be roughly $30,000 to $40,000. So nothing unexpected there. So any questions, I'd be happy to answer. She's got a question.
Sunny likes your financials.
Yeah.
All right, any further questions or comments for Mr. Ray regarding our March financial report? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve our March financial report as presented.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further questions, comments? Hearing none. Kim, could we have a roll call vote, please?
Lori Wilson,
Yes.
Tim Bible,
Yes.
Merle Price.
Yes.
Joey Smith.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to budget amendment number 7.
everybody should have the budget amendment number 7 memo that summarizes it and the detail that follows. Real quick, in the general purpose school fund, I'm recognizing a $1,900 transfer from a federal fund into the general purpose school fund for the comprehensive coordinated early intervening services.
CEEIS.
CCEIS.
CC, yeah,
My
something like that.
favorite initials this year. Just to be compliant with that grant. It's a little unusual, but they ask that you transfer money into the general purpose school fund and spend it out of those line items, which affects the maintenance of effort down the road, but not to a material degree for us, so we're fine. And then I've just reallocated some salaries and benefits to where they need to be within the budget. And the cafeteria fund, we got a supply chain disruption grant, which should be the final one. And that is on top of, that's pretty much gravy for us. We didn't have any expenditures related to that other than the inflation that is explicitly in the food service management contract, the increase due to inflation. Part of that inflationary number is supply disruption, which leads to inflation. So we've paid for it kind of implicitly. To me, it's explicitly stated in that CPI number. Long story short, that should kind of smooth out the inflationary factor that we incurred from last year to this year. And I'm just recognizing that revenue, increasing some expenditures for some other charges. But any questions, I'd be happy to elaborate.
Any further questions or comments for Mr. Ray regarding budget amendment number 7? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve budget amendment number 7 as presented.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, Kim, could we have a roll call vote, please?
Lori Wilson.
Yes.
Tim Bobble.
Yes.
Merle Price.
Yes.
Joey Smith.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to new business, we have our 2024-25 budget presented for second reading.
Everybody should have in their board packet the second read of the budget. The only thing that changed is moving some salaries from one functional area, 71,100, into special ed 72,220, which is special ed support services. We just changed some salaries there, and that's the only difference between first reading and second reading. And then I increased the TISA formula for the most updated estimate. They gave us an April estimate, I believe is what they call it, so I went ahead and laid that in there. And that should be, within all material respects, where we're gonna wind up.
Yeah. With the exception of we're going to do so well on our
Outcomes.
TCAPS this year that our outcome funding is going to be huge. Yes. That will come in December, though.
All right. All right, any further questions or comments regarding budget amendment number 7? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve budget amendment number 7, I'm back on the, on the one before, my apologies. 2024-25 budget on the second reading.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, Kim, could we have a roll call vote, please?
Lori Wilson.
Yes.
Tim Bobble.
Yes.
Merle Price.
Yes.
Joey Smith.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to our community eligibility program at North Clinton.
So this is just an annual approval required by the board that North Clinton qualifies for the CEP program, which provides free breakfast and lunch to all students in the school. So that just needs your annual approval.
All right. It's been a great program we've had for quite a few years, I believe.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to our 24 consolidated application for IDEA and ESEA.
So this is also another annual approval that you all must do. Our consolidated application, Lori Collins is in charge of that. That's all of our federal money. So this particular application includes our Title I, Title II, Title IV, and our IDs, our special ed, and also our special ed pre-K funds. So it's 5 different buckets of federal money in which we apply for every year. As you know, those funds, we get initial allocations, and then those funds ebb and flow as the year goes on, but we have to have initial approval from you all before they will approve our application that you all are accepting these funds.
All right. Any further questions or comments? All right. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve our consolidated application as presented.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to reports and information.
All right, we'll start. Ms. Rael, you want to start with all of your excitement at North Clinton Elementary School?
Fun place.
First of all, I want to welcome Donna Howard to our wonderful school. She has been working for Clinton City Schools at each of the 3 schools, just supporting teachers and students just all along the way, and she has now become our part-time assistant principal. She is near and dear to my heart. We have already been working closely with her for months, and she has come in like she has been there the whole time. She and I enjoyed a delicious brunch together, put together by the staff for Principal Appreciation. And her main priority right now is North Clinton, and she and the students are just getting to know each other very well, and the staff absolutely loves her. I do want to say in March we had a book blast as a fundraiser for our library, and each student received at least 1 book in the school, and many more received their own little mini library of books and prizes for participation. We had a successful kindergarten registration. We're looking at having 2 kindergartens next year, as well as 2 first grades and 2 second grades. Go primary at North Clinton. We had a STEM night organized by our committee led by Wendy Edwards, and she got a team together and brought out families to complete some STEM activities, from anywhere from paper airplanes and catapults to mini robots and ORAU's electrostatic generator. So it was a very shocking event. TCAP testing.
You're on fire tonight, aren't you?
TCAP testing is in the books for this year, and Officer Michael bought Kona Ice for everybody to celebrate that coming to an end. We received a TBA grant Augusta Ridley received a TBA grant, $3,500 to complete the amount needed for a kiln to be in-house at North Clinton, so that each of the 3 schools now will have a kiln to use for their art projects. We had a Career on Wheels last week, thanks to the organization of our counselor, Caroline Wilson, and the participation of CUB, Clinton Fire Department, Clinton Police Department, Animal Control, Kristen Tobler, Southern SIPS. We had military recruitment officers there. We had someone with some Bernedoodles. Those were the highlight. They were so adorable. The Postal Service, and students dressed as their career choice and experienced many ways to contribute to their community. Terry Curley's first set of North Clinton Elementary Field Days were held earlier this week. We had a cookout with families on Monday, and students did activities just for fun and some for competition. And in 5th grade, we had students go to BizTown yesterday. They left excited about earning money and tired in the best way after a hard day's work. Next week, 2nd grade is going to the Children's Museum, and the following week will include Awards Day on the 21st, and unfortunately, the 3rd grade retake for any students not proficient during the original test dates. So there we are, 2 months.
Golly, what a way to end it on a bummer, Monica.
Heard that the Clinton City kids were great at JA.
Oh, say that again, Lori.
My daughter works at Junior Achievement, and she said that the Clinton City kids were great. She said the teachers, everybody, the volunteers, everybody was really good, so.
Very good.
Great volunteers.
Yeah, some great volunteers, like
Oh,
including
Joey
Joey
was there.
Smith. All right, come on up, Miss Bone Steel.
know if my puns are going to be as good as Ms. Rael's. but
Do your best.
I'll try. She set the bar high. So last Friday, this is our first year of doing school-wide communities where all the kids are broken up into 6 different groups, and it's made up of kids in kindergarten through 6th grade and then various staff members in each community. And it's different landmarks in Clinton to represent each community, and they each have a color. So every Friday we have a fun Friday and we do a competition between the communities. And it's been great this year. Everybody has really talked about how fun it's been, how it makes school fun for the kids. We have more people on time on Fridays because the kids want to be there for Fun Fridays. So we had our first annual community picnic on Friday afternoon, last Friday. And so everybody broke up into their community groups. So each group has 40 to 45 kiddos in it. And they rotated through different stations. The weather did not cooperate, but that's okay because we had a rain plan, so we still had fun. We had everybody eating lunches with their communities in different parts of the school. We did Kona Ice for everybody as a reward for receiving Reward School this year, and then every student in the school tie-dyed a t-shirt in their community colors that they're going to wear for field day. So it was a fun day. They had a great time, and we're already looking forward to it next year. So if you look on our school Facebook page, you'll see the picture of everybody lined up with their different community colors on. Our read day in May was this past Monday, May 6th. So we decided, because we had missed so many instructional days because of the snow, that we were going to wait until testing was over to have our read day. And it was a super great day. We had all kinds of guest readers throughout the day. We had our upper grade students buddy reading with the lower grades, and that was fun to watch. And then we had a book character costume contest. So it was a really great day. So even though we saved it for May, it turned out to be a huge success. So I want to thank Lindsay Dungan, because she was the head of our Read Day committee, and she did a great job planning that. And if you haven't seen our SCES morning show, you need to watch it. For a little over a month, we've been videoing our morning announcements, and the kids really liked calling it the SCES morning show. So we have 6th graders who are our anchors, and then I'm usually a guest anchor, but sometimes other staff members are the guest anchor. They do daily announcements, birthdays, lunch choices, and Officer Gallops does a question of the day every day. So he has his own segment on our morning show. So it's been a huge success. They put bloopers at the end of every morning show. So really, you need to look at the Clinton City Schools YouTube channel. The kids have done great. It's been amazing. So we want to expand it next year. So we are purchasing MacBooks and licenses for a program called Final Cut Pro, because we want to teach our 6th graders to produce and do all the editing of the morning announcements themselves, and hopefully make it into an incentive for more kids to stay for 6th grade if they get to be a part of the morning show. So it's been really fun, and we're looking forward to it next year again.
So if you haven't watched the video that they created about Principal's Day, where they asked kids different questions about Leanne, it is the most fabulous, thing. And just so that you all know, they had to guess what Miss Bonesteel's favorite food to eat was. And one of the kids, and I don't know why I struck this as so funny, one of the kids says that her favorite food is chicken legs. So I said, Leanne, do you like chicken legs? She was like, no, don't ever eat chicken legs.
It's very specific.
So Leanne may be getting some chicken legs from KFC on the last day of school just to celebrate. All right, finally, Ms. Sharp. Chicken legs.
We have a lot of thank yous that I want to give out since the principals were last here, but I wanted to say thank you to the fire department. They came the other day, and we had our cookout, and it's such a wonderful community event. We were so blessed with, we had talked about changing the date, but I'm glad we kept it the day that it was. It was a beautiful day, and we had a ton of people turn out. And on that same day, we decided to go crazy and have kindergarten, 3rd grade, and 4th grade performances all throughout the day and into the evening. And I just wanted to thank Matthew Case for his hard work on those performances. And why not throw in also a book fair this week? So we've had Susan Smith come and volunteer for that, and she's made a lot of money so far. And I think the nice thing is how invested she is and how well she already knows the kids and what books they like. But thank you to Miss Tom for doing that. I also wanted to brag on Miss Swanner for the Arts Festival. Again, I don't think I've been here, but I know that you all went, and it was just so amazing. And I think this was the best one that she's had. And I think it was so cohesive between Miss Swanner and South Clinton and North Clinton, how well it looks. So I wanted to brag on her for that and thank her for her hard work on that. I also especially want to brag on Miss Kidwell for her Milken Award. That is a huge honor, and I know when I first heard of it, they kind of talked about how it was the Oscars of the education profession, and if anyone deserves it, it's definitely Miss Kidwell. She's put her heart and soul into the work with NIET, and it's right up her alley. It's just her thing, and I'm just super thankful that she got recognized for her hard work, because I know it's a thankless job sometimes. So I'm so proud to work with her and beside her. I want to brag on the students for working so hard on TCAP. So that's over. We took 3 weeks to do that. And just from our end of the year, Abby and I have been watching our end of the year diagnostic as they've been rolling in. And so far, they look really good, and the growth that we've seen in a lot of the students. I know the teachers have worked their tails off, but they deserve recognition on that. On the 14th, we will have K through 2 field day, and on the 17th will be our 3rd through 6th field day. On the 20th, if you can attend, we're having our 5th grade and 6th grade, since they didn't get to do it last year, Wax Museum. So that's always fun. I know the students have worked very hard on that. A lot of them have already memorized their speeches. So if you could come by that day, I know that that would mean a lot to them. And then on the 22nd is our awards day. I can't believe the year's almost over.
It's gone so fast. So fast. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Sharp.
you.
That concludes our principal reports.
All right. And also under our information, sixth grade graduation will be May the 23rd at the community center. That will be at 9 o'clock. Next school board meeting will be June the 20th. Summer Law Institute is coming up in July the 18th through the 20th. Kim, have you heard from everybody? Okay. And that concludes reports and information, so we'll move on to our Director of Schools report.
Okay, a couple of Clinton City updates. Of course, this is the fast and furious end of May. We work hard and focus on TCAPS, and then after TCAPS, we try to cram everything fun and every wonderful warm fuzzy event imaginable in the month of May. So we keep parents hopping and teachers hopping and students hopping, but we're hopping with field trips, cookouts, field days, award ceremonies, and end-of-year celebrations. So we still have lots of memories to make over the next 2 weeks, and we're certainly going to make the most of it. All of our sixth graders are going to go to camp tomorrow. I think we made a really, really good decision in breaking that apart. So they do one day in the fall, and then they do another day in the spring. And so our spring day will be tomorrow. Scott Ray is chaperoning that trip. It's always one of his favorite days, and they always threaten to lose him in the woods, but for some reason they always bring him back. The fifth graders attended, as I said, BizTown this week, had another great day. When they go to BizTown, they spend half of their day actually working and earning money, and the other half of the day they're actually a consumer and they get to spend money. So as I was watching dismissal, I talked to several fifth grade kids and asked them which half of the day they enjoyed the most, and the general consensus is it's more fun to spend money than it is to earn money. So I think we would probably all agree with them on that. But as we have learned, Kelly Archer actually came and talked to our East Region Director group last month, and I think sometimes we take things for granted in Clinton City and don't really realize the caliber of programming that we provide, but we are one of the very, very few districts across the state of Tennessee that has junior achievement in every single grade level. And so when our kids come to us, they get a JA experience every single year that they are with us. And that is just, it's not often seen. They can do pockets, but for them to make that commitment to us and us to make that commitment to them, it is certainly a wonderful partnership that we are thankful for. for. And we're glad to hear that they represented us well there. TCAP raw scores are going to be released to districts this Monday, May 20th. The raw scores will only tell us how many items each student answered correctly, so it doesn't really give us a whole lot of information, but they will be sending us a conversion chart to determine the proficiency cutoff for third graders. So we'll be looking at those raw scores and determining which third graders met the proficiency. It won't tell us a lot more information than that. But then we're also working closely with third grade parents to provide the pathways for promotion for each child. So we've been sending notifications throughout the year and working closely with parents. Another notification is going out on Monday to third grade parents. It's going to let them know how they performed on their Ames Web. If they score 50th percentile or above on their Ames Web, then we can appeal it ourselves at the district and move them on to fourth grade without any promotion. So we're continuing to try to keep parents informed of that, and we'll work with them as this data unfolds. We have currently 184 students that are signed up to attend our summer learning camp, so that is a great number. 30 of those are actually going to be our kindergarten boost camp. So it's our pre-Kers that we're going to be getting in kindergarten next year that some of them have never had a school experience. So they'll be able to come and have 4 weeks of learning just to help prepare them for kindergarten. So we are super excited about that. We'll be once again offering bus transportation from Clinton Elementary and South Clinton to North Clinton for those parents who need that service. Lori Collins has done an amazing job, as always, is putting this together. Lauren King will be our principal there, and she has assisted Lori in lots of ways. But this is a pretty big undertaking because you're pretty much formulating and forming a school from scratch for 4 weeks, and Lori just does an amazing job with that. Our student transfer period is going to end on May 15th, so any transfer requests that we receive after that date, we will put on a waiting list until we see actual enrollment students, our student enrollment in August once students arrive. As Dr. Bible said, 6th grade graduation on Thursday, May 23rd at 9 o'clock. We're moving that to the Clinton Community Center gym. And just really appreciate Roger and JB in helping us make that transition to where we can accommodate all parents in one ceremony. And it's hard to believe, but students' last day will be Friday, May 24th, which is a half day. That is also teachers' last half day on contract. And then JA BizTown Camp will be the week of Memorial Day. The Exceptional Artist Camp will be the first week of June. And principal's last day on contract will be June the 7th. And then, as you know, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week. And I know that you join me in showing an enormous amount of appreciation for our teachers and in fact, all of our staff and all they do. We know in Clinton City Schools the magic happens in the classroom. That is the single most determining factor of student success is the teacher that you put in that classroom. That teacher statistically and research shows can overcome poverty, can overcome high ACE numbers, can overcome just about anything with the relationship and the mindset that they have that they truly contribute and they are a determining factor of student success. And when I look at our staff and the things that we accomplish, and when I look at North Clinton and the things that we accomplish there, and when I look at our pockets of Clinton Elementary and South Clinton, the things we are defying the odds, and it's because of the teachers in the classroom and their mindset that they have the collective efficacy to truly change the trajectory of kids' lives. And it almost feels like there's not enough words that can show appreciation. But we do have high expectations in Clinton City Schools. The teachers have high expectations of themselves and demand that of other staff members. But the culture that embraces children, I think, is just one of the keys to our success. And that goes to the staff and the cultures that the principals have set in the buildings. And so, happy Appreciation Day to not only teachers, but to all of the staff of Clinton City Schools. We are certainly blessed with the people that we have. And that concludes my report.
All right. Thank you, Kelly. All right. Then that concludes everything on our agenda for tonight. So I will declare this meeting adjourned.
We should have done what you